Hey, this is Marilyn along with Katie. We're classmates here at the Respiratory program here in Altamont Springs, Florida. Right?
We are.
And we decided to do a video together. We have another video in regards to like study tips that she's gonna upload, and then we decided to do another one when it comes to the process and surviving our first semester. Just a general idea of things that we expect and things that did happen along the first semester and what we're gonna expect for our second semester. So that's it. What are we gonna start with?
I guess just the gen eds, like the prerequisites that you have to do. It was, I know for mine it was like biology, anatomy 1 and 2, microbiology.
This chemistry? No, micro.
It was, I think it was chemistry or physics.
Okay.
Was it? And then I took physics because I was planning on applying to a different program that required it.
Yeah, you have to check with your school because each school is different. Some people ask me about some classes. I'm like, no, I don't think we needed that. But this college here doesn't require that.
Yeah.
So once you finish with your gen eds, then you apply for the respiratory program. You have to put your GPA, what grades you have for each class, and then you submit the application, and then once you get a call back, email saying congratulations, that's when they'll give you like a month window for you to do like your physical, your vaccines, to be compliant. You have to upload everything into a website that it does it for the school, right? And so you do immunizations, your drug tests, your alcohol tests. What else?
For Complio?
Yeah. So we did we had to do a fit test, which we did here they offered it here in school because we also have nursing programs, so we did it along with them.
Which the fit test, it fits you for N95 mask, which...
What did you think about that mask? What do you thought that mask was? Because I thought it was one of those, you know, like
the hazmat suits.
Yes, I thought that was that mask.
I think at first I thought that. But I Googled it because I didn't know what it was.
Oh, you cheated. I didn't. So when I first went in there, they give you that hoodie thing.
Yeah.
And they spray this
like
aerosol.
They like make you put this weird it's like a bag basically with a hole for your mouth. And it's see-through, so you can see through it. And then they have you...
Well, you're supposed to taste it the first time.
Yeah.
It looked like
they spray
chemicals
in your mouth. It's a weird process.
Taste it.
If you Google fit testing, you'll find a video of it. Well, but it basically fits you for a mask that...
Which looked like a duck.
Yeah. It filters out smaller particles.
It's supposed to fit very tight, and you're not supposed to smell smell anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, they offered that in school, and I didn't know what it was, but once we did it, I thought it was funny. I'm like, oh, that's what it is? I was going to pay money for this? They fit it with this?
Yeah, that's a requirement, though.
Well, we were lucky. We got it for free because we had problems, the school had problems with some companies, and they ended up doing it for free. So we got lucky. Next year, I don't know, but we got lucky this year. We also had to get our CPR. Yeah. The basic one.
And we had to get it through American Heart Association. You couldn't get it through any other company.
You cannot. So if you try to get it one of those cheap places that offer for $15, you're wasting your money because it has to be the certified one.
Yeah. I think some schools might allow the Red Cross, but ours didn't.
Yeah, ours didn't. So once you get all that, then we have orientation, which I went. She did it.
I didn't go. I was waitlisted, so I got accepted like literally 2 days before orientation was, and I had already scheduled to go on vacation, so I didn't go to orientation.
She went to a vacation?
I was in
St.
Augustine.
I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at her. She took a vacation right before school.
Well, I should have done that. They literally accepted me like 2 weeks before. I had 2 weeks to get my physicals done, immunizations.
Yeah, they gave you a short window to get all these stuff uploaded, and you had to be compliant right before school. I think they're only a little lenient with the CPR because they offered it in school and the fit test, right?
There's a couple of shots.
There is a deadline. But they want you to do it as much as you can before you start school.
Yeah.
So once we went to orientation, I think I have a video about that, of everything that happened on orientation. I didn't meet Katie that day.
I was not there.
No, there was a lot of people, and then when school started, it was less people.
Yeah.
So I think we were supposed to have 30, and then we ended up with 27.
First day? Yeah.
I think first day we started with 27. And then I think we were right on it from the beginning, school stuff, you know?
Yeah. I tried to get ahead a little bit. Like, I tried to read ahead. But
Yes, our teacher, she was nice. The director of respiratory, she sent us the syllabus beforehand. So we know what to read.
I would say
ahead.
I would say focus more so on like trying to learn the anatomy of the lungs and the respiratory system, and like the basic terms like hyperpnea, hyperventilation.
Yes.
Like learn the basic terms and the anatomy more so than focusing on trying to read ahead so much.
Yeah, mainly the anatomy of the lungs and the heart. We visited that again in the cardiopulmonary class. We visited that part. What else? We had to get our uniforms,
which were expensive.
They're this baby blue. You've seen them in our pages. It's
Yeah.
baby blue with these khaki dickies. And when you first buy them, they fit so nice until you wash it.
Most schools only
They use scrubs.
They just they're like, these are the scrubs you need for clinicals and school. Our school, we have to buy a separate uniform for class, and they're really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Just be before you apply to the program, financially get yourself ready to spend.
Yes, because it comes out of your pocket. You have to go to a specific store. You gotta get with the logo. In our case, we had to get the one with the logo, and then we cannot use any jacket. It has to be one of the lab coats with. Mine don't have the logo. No, mine don't have.
Yeah.
We don't have the logo. But for clinicals, we have to get the ones with the logo and a patch.
Yeah.
So we had to order our uniforms already because now we're going into our second semester, and they were expensive.
Yeah.
And then the color is what kills it, because not every uniform company makes khaki. And we learned that.
Most of them do, though. Most of them do. I think the uniform store was just trying
It's
to...
the uniform store because we have to get it embroidered. I think that's why.
So this is a big thing that I would recommend to people. Ask your professors what the exact requirements are, because our uniform store was literally you have to buy this exact pant, this exact shirt, these exact scrubs, and that wound up not being true. So we spent more money on products that weren't, or uniforms that weren't necessarily good, because they told us false information.
And we trust us. We complained to our professors how we do not want that color. But
yeah.
And we complained about it today when we saw them, right?
I don't think we're ever going to stop complaining. We're going to be, on our graduation day, we're going to be
No, that'll be messed up
scrubs.
if they change it when we are seniors or whatever,
Yeah.
and then the new class comes in August, and they
get
get to do
black
nice
or something.
ones. I heard we were getting purple, but...
Well, no, so Florida Hospital's just changing.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you have to spend money out of pocket. Then you get some school supplies, but not much. But once you start studying and figuring out how your ways, then you start becoming obsessed with pens.
I spent $30 on pens, and then I stopped handwriting my notes. I type my notes now, so I just have $30
I still have an obsession with pens. Even for Christmas, my sister got me those cute pens that are injections and the highlighters. It's so cute. But yeah, I'm obsessed with, and I'm not the only one. And there's a lot of us, and even people that, in the respiratory program, they are obsessed with pens.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Stethoscope.
Yeah.
We didn't use it that much.
We really didn't the first semester, and I don't think a lot of people do use it a lot.
We only use it to when we did patient assessment.
Yeah, we only used it
all we used it
when
for.
we were learning the lung sounds. We used it for probably a month, and it was just once a week we used it.
And that's it.
But
because even for final, you forgot yours.
So don't. I forgot my stethoscope for final.
You were lucky you didn't need it.
So it was in my car. I just didn't realize that. But Don't forget your stethoscope for finals, but I would say don't buy an expensive one the first semester, because I did, and I didn't
You
need
did?
to.
No,
the
I
uniform
didn't.
store was literally like, you need this stethoscope because
Which one you
the
got?
other ones, the Littman.
No, I got the MDF, and
Yeah.
I bought it online for like $39 maybe.
It's not bad. I bought mine for like $100.
Yeah.
But the guy was literally like, you need this because you're not going to be able to hear anything with the other stethoscopes.
No, that is not true.
Yeah.
Well, I did my research, so it was between those two, and the people were saying if for school get one that is cheaper, it's still the same thing, but when you graduate and you work, that's when you want to get a good one. So that's what I heard. That's what I went by.
Yeah. See,
So-
I got accepted so close to the start of school that I just trusted the uniform store guy. I was like, he knows what I need. Like, I didn't go to orientation. I didn't know anything. And I shouldn't have. he made money off me. Still mad about that.
Yep. Now, other things. So we got accepted. We went to school classes Monday through Thursday, and then we have labs once a week. It could be either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Yours was Monday.
Mine was Wednesday.
Wednesday. Mine was Tuesday. So we didn't have labs together unless there was a day that something happened, like there's a holiday, and then they had to be rotated around. But we had open labs on Friday.
Yeah.
And we barely see each other in there too. Only when it's close to finals, because she drives so far. I understand.
I didn't really go to open lab a whole lot because I felt like the stuff that we were learning, I didn't really need to be in the lab.
I figured that out after a few weeks. I was going less and less. That is so true.
Yeah.
But
also, like, I think I would have gone if I lived closer. I live an hour and 20-ish minutes away from campus. So any time that I don't have to go to school, I don't.
Now, when we're in class, that was another thing we were talking about. We eat a lot.
I was obsessed with our vending machine has like sour cream cheddar chips. I ate those every day. And I should have just bought like a bag of them from the grocery store.
You don't think about that.
No, because
you do not think about that. I thought the same thing. Because sometimes I come with a barbecue twist Frito or whatever, and I'll be like, and then Randy's like, that smell. I'm like, damn, it tastes good. But yeah, that's bad. I hear people saying eat healthy, you're gonna gain weight, and it is so true.
I did like after midterms start going to the gym more, but that's also like it was more so like for mental, like my mental health, because I needed that stress release. But
you know what is gonna change this the second semester, because we start in 6 days next week. The teachers start telling us at the end that we couldn't eat in class no more.
We didn't listen to her. Our teacher was like, yeah, there's ants, you guys can't eat in class anymore. And we were just like sitting there crunching on our chips, like, but we're hungry.
Yeah. It's called stress eating, because you're there for like about 3 hours, right? 3 hours? Yeah, we're in class in 3 hours, but it looks like it's 6. So it's like, and we get 2 breaks in between, and it's like you go straight down the hall.
Yeah.
To the vending machine. Or downstairs, because we have food. We have the food court. So people get Starbucks and bagels, and we'd be stress eating.
Yeah. Doesn't help. There's also like a Panera down the road, and
which I just found out.
Yeah, she didn't know there was a Panera. They deliver here too, and it's free delivery.
Thank you.
Not helping with the stress eating thing.
No. So for those that have time to go to the gym, just go. I don't have time. I barely had time. I went now that in the spring, the winter break. But now I stopped because now I know school's starting. I'm like, what's the point?
You're like,
I don't have time no more.
Relax.
So we went to school Monday through Thursday, and Friday is open lab. Now our schedule changing. Now we're going Tuesdays and Thursdays all day.
All day.
We have our clinicals coming up. Man, she gave us the date. 28th of January. You felt that?
I did. Yeah, I'm nervous for those.
I'm scared.
But like, we have a tendency to freak ourselves out. Like I
gotta freak out, and it end up being good, then us don't care.
And just being chill.
Yes,
yeah.
That's how I am. Yeah, it's so true. So now we're going Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then we have clinicals. I go Fridays.
I go Mondays.
Mondays. So we're gonna have. So we might have labs together, because I want to choose Wednesday.
You should choose, because Conwal and Julia are both in there too.
On Wednesday?
Yeah. I
Okay,
think we've got a good group on Wednesday.
that'll be good. So we're gonna don't tell nobody. We're gonna try to choose Wednesdays. So that way we have it together. And she says in the afternoon.
It's 12 to 3.
Yeah, that'll be perfect. So yeah, we're gonna start our clinicals. Then we have to buy uniforms for that too. So
Which were $100.
Yeah, and then we have. You already knew the date. I didn't know about it, but we have to have the hospital orientation the first week of school next Friday.
Yeah.
We have one hospital, and then 2 weeks later the next week the other hospital. They're both on a Friday.
Yeah.
She said the 25th.
I believe so.
Yeah, 11 and 25th. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It goes by fast. Like your
Yes.
first semester, it seems like it's going to drag on forever because you're so stressed out, but it goes by so fast.
Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna take we took cardiopulmonary and fundamentals, right?
Yeah.
And
then
what else? We had 3 classes.
clinical care connections or something? It was,
Yeah.
Yeah. It was basically, we had...
They use EGAN, so it's like, to me, it's just one class.
It was 2 classes that were focused on EGANs and kind of just like the fundamentals of the respiratory care profession. And then we had cardio, which was the fundamentals of the anatomy.
The anatomy and the gases and all that. So now we're going to take mechanical ventilation, which we had a little practice on it towards the end of the semester.
A little bit.
And what else we take? Pharmacology.
That I'm nervous for.
Me too. We have a new it's a new professor. She's not new, it's just that class. So we don't know what to expect from her, how her testing style. It's like starting over again.
Yeah.
Because at least we know one of the professors, how she is in test wise, so now we're more confident. And again, she gave us
syllabus.
She told us she told us to start doing chapter 1, 2, and 3 for mechanical. So now we have that to go, we started ahead already on that. Because it is a lot of homework. It is a lot of homework and it's time consuming.
Yeah. I would say if the homework's not helping you that much, don't focus too much on it. Like I remember the first couple chapters I did, my answers were like long and drawn out and I really spent a lot of time on it. But the homework really didn't help me learn. It didn't help me retain information. So I kind of I didn't pay as much attention to it later on in the semester.
Yep. So those are the 2 classes. Plus we have clinical.
Yeah, we're going to be busy.
Clinical, what does it call her class? Clinical 1. So I got that book today. It's like $7, and I opened it because I was like, oh my god, I want to get ahead on that class too, from Miss Brown.
Yeah.
But when I opened it, it's mainly a book that you have to take with you to your clinicals, and your preceptors gotta sign you off. That's what it is, like a check-in log book type of thing. It's very, very thin. It's like 15 pages. So that class, I'm worried because they throwing at us scenarios, and we don't have experience on that. Yeah. We know how to use the machine.
Yeah.
But why?
When we did demos last semester, it was very much just like step by step for that skill. But they're going to do scenarios next semester where they say like, you have a 50-year-old COPD patient
with this ABG and what are your recommendations and
like what oxygen mask do you want to put him on, any medications. Yeah. So
do you remember anything we learned this past semester?
I probably do.
I think I have to refresh it.
Yeah, I just have to refresh it because I was so stressed out that last week of school that I think I just shut everything off for winter break. I had plans on studying more than I did, and
I think everybody did, and I think I'm one of the only ones.
Yeah.
Because every time I text, we have a group chat. Every time I text, how many you done? I only did the first 2.
Well, you remember we were talking about it and someone was like, okay, calm down.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's because we already know it's a lot of work. And anything you could get ahead, it's more time to study and less time to stress, I think.
Yeah. Especially the homework. I think that's the biggest thing for us.
Yes.
Getting ahead on the homework.
Mm-hmm. I started to get ahead and... I'm not filling everything up because like I told you I'm skipping all the math stuff because I'm wondering if we really have to learn that, considering that we cannot use a calculator.
Yeah,
so it's hard to do these formulas without a calculator.
It's, I don't know if, like, check if your program lets you use a calculator, because I think some of them do. Ours doesn't.
They changed that rule. That's why the seniors is affected now, because when you do the boards, you don't use a calculator, and I think that's why because we're coming in, they kind of molding us to that concept.
Yeah. But, like, you think that you know how to multiply and divide and solve equations because, you know, it's like middle school math.
Especially the oxygen tanks.
Yeah.
When you have to, you know, do the flow and...
divide by decimals. And
you think that you know none of us can get it?
No.
And it's basic math, and I don't know...
Well, it's just, like, rules and stuff that you don't remember. Like, I got messed up.
The decimal. I think it's mainly the decimals. Is how the conversion and the decimals. So if you could brush on that.
Yeah, brush up on your math.
Try to brush.
And like, even if you think like, oh, that's middle school math, I'm going to remember how to do it. You won't. You won't, because I hadn't taken a math class in like 4 years. Especially when you're doing your checkoffs, the stress of doing it because the teacher's waiting for you to do it in front of them. So you're like, I had to check off. What were we doing?
I didn't do it right.
I think we were doing PFTs, and I had to calculate...
the minute ventilation and all that?
Yeah. I forget which one. But there was one that I had to divide by a decimal. And I literally sat there for like 5 minutes, and I just kept looking at her, and I was like, I promise you, I know how to do this. I don't know. I just, like, I'm doing something wrong. And just, like, give me another minute to figure it out. She just laughed at me.
Stephanie? I love our lab instructors.
Yeah. Did I tell you during final checkoffs when we were doing? I had trach care, and instead
you went before me.
Yeah. So instead of saying I'm removing the inner cannula, I said I'm removing the nasal cannula, and she just laughed at me.
Yours is better because remember I told you about I called it the trunk.
The trunk.
It was not the trunk. Because I thought of the elephant. Yeah, I mean the teacher. The director passed by. She looked at me like, "What?" And the teacher was like, "The things that these kids make up."
Well, I don't think we don't make it up. It's just that like you're so stressed out that you don't know what you're saying anymore. Yeah. Like I literally blacked out during intubation and extubation checkups, and I told Magnetico, I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like I promise you, I studied. I know what I'm doing. I just like my nerves were shot or something.
That's another thing that we learned about doing the lab stuff is don't go with the easier teacher. That's
always
something I learned.
When you're practicing,
go to the one that is always the one that does like picking on you.
Yeah.
Because it does help.
It does. And, like, you might get annoyed because they're asking you 5 million questions during, like, open lab. And you don't know the answers, but that's what's going to benefit you. And if you just kind of hide from that teacher and be like, I don't want to deal with that.
Mm-hmm. Which a lot of people did.
They did.
And it affected.
It came back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It came back.
See, like, I struggled with Susan in the beginning. So I like made her my
I used to hide from her.
But I like made her my best friend because I was like, I know that you're gonna ask all these questions.
She does help.
I love that.
It's funny because when you're doing lab class, they're like so nice. Then when it's time for checkout, they're like game on. They're like a coach. They're like go. What?
But
you're like what happened?
They're like if they know that you study and they know that you.
Yeah, that's something we learned.
They'll go easier on you if they know
that
you're on top
know,
of your
especially because they know that you've been doing it with them, so they know your weaknesses, I guess. But be confident because they will pick on you more than others.
I didn't really feel like they picked on me at all throughout the semester.
I was not getting picked on either.
Yeah. I think that's because I like would literally blurt out every single thing I knew.
Yeah, the more you know, the more you just ramble about anything, I think there's less chances for them to ask anything. I learned that.
Yeah, for sure.
I learned that.
Because I would literally, like, especially for patient assessment, I was just like, every single thing I knew, even if I didn't think that they were going to test us on it, I said, And then I didn't get, she asked me one question, and it was like, what would you do if it was too loud in the room?
Oh, really? Mine was, because I said to check the scoliosis, and then she asked me why. So I was like, and the reason I remember, there was some things that people didn't even think about saying, but I did because I had read the lab book.
Yeah.
Like you said, the lab book does explain a lot of things because, you can't, that's something they didn't let us do is write notes while the teacher's explaining you things. Because you're more focused on writing that you're not really listening to her. So I had to go back to the lab book, and that really helped. Because there was extra information that I didn't know. Like, that is associated with this disease or sickness or whatever. Yeah. And you're like, oh, okay, now it makes sense, you know? But talking about books, we had a lot of books.
They're expensive.
You saw the picture I posted on Instagram? I put all the books, and then I put some of the notes, and I said, I'm pretty sure there's some missing. Because at the beginning, I didn't print the PowerPoints, but then I started doing it.
Yeah. See, her and I have different feelings about the textbooks. Because she uses the textbooks. I hate textbooks. Like, I don't touch them at all unless I have to clarify something from the lecture. I literally cannot retain anything from a textbook.
Yeah, she got the online version.
Yeah, I got like a super
some of the
ebook.
Online. Yeah, the ebooks. I have the physical book, but they said that we have to be using the same books through the whole program. So I had to buy them. Plus, I bought them on Amazon. It was way cheaper than the school. Yeah, that's something I learned. Right now, we're only using 4 books. Which we don't know if we're going to use Egan's again, but they told us we're going to use it, so I'm just waiting for our syllabus.
Yeah, I'm excited to make my planner with the syllabus because I got one, and I got a cute little expensive one.
Mine has a pineapple because I love pineapple, so I can't wait to fill it up again because I already did it for the first semester, and that helped me.
Yeah, I bought like little inserts for it too, like stickers and stuff. I was like, this is going to motivate me to actually use... Because I'll buy an agenda every single semester, and I won't use it.
Yeah.
So,
But being in this program is teaching you to be super organized.
Yeah, my school stuff is super organized.
Yeah, because when I first started, was organized with the syllabus. Because we had so many classes and stuff, and do this, and homeworks and exams, that I was being organized. But when it comes to, notes in it, I wasn't. Yeah. And that affected me a lot, and that's something I learned. You start learning stuff pretty quick being in this because you see the weeks are passing by. Next thing you know, midterms. It's like, oh my god.
Well, because I wasn't organized. I wasn't as organized in the beginning. I was week to week, but I didn't keep my notes. So when midterms came around, I was like, how did I study for all of this? And I literally don't have any notes saved from beginning of the semester to midterms. It was from midterms to finals that I learned how to organize everything. Yeah, keep your notes. That definitely, and don't keep them a semester and then throw it away because you're gonna need it at some point again. So especially the checkoff skills.
You got your binder?
I do have my binder. Yeah. So we made a
video about the study tips, but now we could show you the binder of how we all started doing for lab. Because it helps us. We're more visual. So we start to take pictures and putting notes of everything. That way when we study, it's so much easier. Trust me, you should do this.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's there or not. But this is my notes for the masks and devices. So I have all the steps for what they wanted us to know from the rubric.
I like the mask, the tank.
Yeah, I have a picture of the tank over there too. But I made a chart with all the masks and devices and then the liters the liters that it goes up to, the FiO2s, and then if it's a low or a high flow system. And then I've got pictures of the different humidifiers, the different devices. So if you make a binder like that for yourself,
do it from the beginning. Do it from the beginning. Because we end up doing it after midterms.
Yeah, I had to go back and make
new ones because I had no information on anything that we did in the beginning. I had no notes. I had to and then I had to ask some of my classmates what do you have for this? What do you have for this mask? What do you have for, you know?
Yeah.
So I started asking because I'm like, oh my God, I feel like, what the heck did I do?
Yeah.
That was very irresponsible.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was going to come back at us. I thought once we learned it, that's it. But no.
I knew that it was going to come back, but I just didn't know how to study.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't know what worked. And I don't know where I even got this idea from to make a binder. I think there was like a nurse online that like makes something like it. And I just...
I started with the flashcards that are already in a spiral. I had pictures and notes. And I had those. But then I felt like the pictures were not enough. They were too small. I had to cut them. And I was like, you know what? So then I started doing the binder with the clear inserts and the pictures. And yours look nicer. But you know what? I am not going back to redo them. So now for this one, now that we're going to our second semester, we like, bring it. Yeah. We already know, how we're going to do things, how we're going to prepare, for the beginning, from the beginning.
Yeah. I'm hoping it gets easier now that we know like how we study.
We had a month break.
Which felt like a week.
Yes. And you know what? I don't want to say stress, but it's a month, but we're not going to have this month again until next Christmas.
Yeah.
Because they told us we only have
for summer.
It's like 2 weeks. It's like for the May, it's like a week and a half maybe.
Oh really?
And then it's very short. So this is the longest we're gonna get is a month, which is the winter, and a lot changed. She dyed her hair.
Well, I tried to do it.
Other people did too.
Yeah.
They like Nancy went dark. Randy went dark, and then you went dark.
Yeah.
I just cut my hair.
I tried to get my hair done during the semester, and I would literally make the appointment and then forget about it, and they'd call me and they'd be like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Obviously not there." Like I forgot, and it happened twice. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait until the end of the semester.
Something that happens during school. We don't do our hairs. We don't do our makeups. We don't care. We seen each other. Natural. Like very bad. Like it looks like we just came out of bed.
And like we're in our uniforms too, so like that's not flattering either. No. Just not cute during the semester.
When we did like I did like a party at the end of school, you know, and some of us came. She couldn't come, but some of us did, and when we saw each other dressed up with makeup, we're like, oh my God, that's what you look like. You look so pretty.
It's like that's what you look like when it's not 9 a.m. at school and you're crying over everything.
Because we tried to do the makeup for our class picture, because we had a class picture, and we didn't put that much effort. It was too early.
We were so stressed out and like sleep deprived.
Yes, you are gonna get bags. A lot of it. Yeah. That's something I cannot leave my house. I put foundation even if I don't wear makeup, I hide behind my glasses, and I'm like, it's too much. You don't have time for that at all.
You might think like, oh, like I'll do my hair at least every.
You do the first day of school.
Yeah.
Maybe the second. After that, no.
Yeah.
No. And most of us, we come super early to school because we don't want to be late for an exam, or we want to have the extra time to study. I'm still having trouble sleeping.
I'm the opposite. I literally can sleep for like 12, 13 hours straight.
I can't do that.
It has been, I think I've gotten at least like 8 hours pretty much every night.
Yeah. But nothing else. Anything want to say?
I don't think so. I think just...
We will do another video once our second semester starts and see. But other than that...
We're actually going to be in the hospital.
We are kind of ready. Yeah, we could do a video about that. Our first day of clinicals. That's the end of next month. So this month. So nothing else. Talk to your professors if you have any questions, because we don't have tutoring or anything. So any concern, they're there to help. They are.
Yeah. And just like our professors we have throughout the entire program too. I don't know if it's like that with every program. Yeah. But so like make sure you develop a relationship with them and go to them with any issues you have.
So yeah. Thank you. And we'll keep you updated.
See you next time.
Bye. Bye.